I have been paying attention to the walkabout production, Stone Gremlins Productions videos subscriber. Also also it's just related to Cinema Snob, and their group, the Channel Awesome group. Their movies, they do fan films, which is they're of course a studio. They have more money. They have Patreon subscribers, and they got a chance to basically spoof the movies that they were reviewing, because the Pur Flix people over at the highly Christian site, the Pur Flix, kept flagging their movies. So they decided, well, let's write a movie where we spoof those movies, but it'll be a parody. It'll be fair use. So this April they released Jesus Bro, which is a parody of the Pur Flix. And the Dove Foundation just recently reviewed it, and they of course hated it because, for obvious reasons. But would someone that's atheist like Dawkins, or would somebody that's like Bionic Dance, who else is subscribed to, would she like this movie? Probably, actually. So because our channel is actually half and half. Thought it would be unequally yoked, let's say. I thought it would be fun to review Jesus Bro after just having seen it moments ago, having finished it. Jesus Bro. So, the cast of Stone Gremlins has gotten together with the cast of the other one, the cast of Channel Awesome. They got all together and they made this movie with them in the cast. They got the chance to, because they were all committed to doing more videos. And yes, they ham it up in this one. I'm one of the few people that reviewed their movie Cheap, which was one of their early productions, which was a spoof of snuff film. So I thought it would be fun to, and I'm always mentioning Stone Gremlins in there. They're always one step ahead of me doing a review. They did Snatched. I haven't seen it yet. But I wanted to see Jesus Bro first and give my opinion on it. As somebody who goes to church every Sunday and who volunteers in like church groups and things, and kids groups and all that stuff, and can't talk about that because that would be that would throw everything off. Yes, my channels are secular. They rarely mention the historically Christian angle because they get a bad rap if they do. So it's kind of funny if I go and hypocritically review a movie about an atheist who becomes a Christian by way of a near-death experience. That did not happen in my case. I've been. It's different. They're clearly spoofing any number of things. Mainly, God's Not Dead. They're spoofing 90 Minutes in Heaven. They're spoofing a little bit of The Shack, a lot of War Room, Cameron's Christmas. They even do the spoof with the drinking cups. It's probably why the Dove Foundation didn't like it, in that they have no sense of humor. I find that the stuck-up kinds of Christians that don't have a sense of humor, well, you can't talk to them anyway. But the ones that do, this is an extremely funny movie. It's extremely clever. Jesus Bro. It's on point. The acting is amateurish, but it's not supposed to be Hollywood. It's a fan film. Ironically, it's a fan film that actually supports Christianity. That's a very interesting thing going on there. The characters in it are clearly more progressive than anything else, but that's fine. I'm not going to judge it on that merit. Giving the the basic premise, as I indicated, is the main character is the Rickhead, who they introduced last year, who is allegedly the evil internet atheist. He's very much a spoof of someone like Bionic Dance, but a more famous one than Bionic Dance, and he's spoofing this person, and and he's got this Christian girlfriend and he's going to get this Atheist award that they made up. Atheist award. Uh, and he goes he goes to dinner with her, and he discovers that well, she wants to propose, but he doesn't want. He wants the award, so he gets the award. And then she dumps him because he's being a jerk, and then she goes to a bar with his black friend, and they he drinks this holy water beer, and he passes out and has a near death experience, where he visits Santa Christ from the Channel Awesome show, and Santa Christ tells him to go back to Earth and become a Christian. So then hilarity ensues. I'm not going to give away the whole thing, but I have to say that it's quite witty and funny. The script is quite tight, and since Cinema Snob is famous for like going over how things work and the technical aspect of it, actually this is quite a well done fan film. It has there aren't any major flaws in terms of costuming or setup design, set pieces and things like that. It's all, they use a few different house sets in the thing, and I saw much of their making videos, so I know how they did it in their making videos. I was not in them. No, I was not in Springfield, Minnesota when they did this at all. But I saw the videos online. So yeah, I'm not a paid person that is worth. No, I'm in California, thousands of miles away. Don't know anything about these guys, except that Springfield is closer to my mother's hometown than I am now. So, anyways, yeah, I have not been back to Minnesota in many years. But anyways, so it's the movie, the we're of no relation. So anyway, the movie in the movie, I'm not related to these guys. I'm not giving it kudos because of some sort of weird, like, oh, he's selling out. No, I don't know them. I really don't. But yeah, I have more views if I actually knew them. So anyway, in the movie, there's he goes about everything wrong, and the atheist guy that gives him the award wants to beat him up because he's now turned to Christianity magically, and then all these bad things start happening, and gradually over the course of the story, the girlfriend gets married and becomes like the baby hoarder lady that had like 20 kids, or in a spoof of the Duggars, and in a spoof of a number of other people, mainly the Duggars. So, there's a guy that looks kind of like one of the Duck Dynasty guys in it. There's the infamous Sarah, the character from the show, is in it. In a hilarious cameo near the end. I won't give it away. No relation, just a coincidence. The same name as one of our cast members. So anyway, so there's it's one of the reviewers described it as Blazing Saddles, but with Christian movies. I would say that it's more of a spoof in the line of Oh God, You Devil, which was George Burns years ago. Also, there's a little Monty Python in it, which is kind of cool. There's, in the sense that the snap jokes and the wry humor and the stuff that the Walker brothers add to the story and to the other, the more wry sort of in your face. The in jokes underlaying the jokes are actually funnier than the actual like punchy jokes, like like secretly, for instance, there's this scene, there's this underlying story about the African American big dude who's apparently something horrible happened to him, and the humor is that he's secretly psychotic, and in the background he's like, yes, there's blood everywhere. It's amazing. Are you paying attention to me? And they're like, not, because he's, yeah. they're just ignoring him. But yeah, that was a kind of a funny gag because they had like this. It's sort of like in those early sketches where somebody would say something really nuts and the other characters would sort of vaguely ignore it and just, oh, that's just him. It's like that was actually clever. I like that. The idea that somebody would get an award for being a jerk on the internet, social justice warrior joke, is very millennial and very funny. As an ex-Jenner, I find that hilarious. So we're not all stuffy. That was funny. Um, yeah, I may go to a sort of a Puritan church, but yes, there are some progressives there, so try to shape them up. No, we were just talking about hypocrisy earlier, but so yeah, in this case, the story works on many levels as a fan film. It shouldn't get the same classification as, say, a Pur Flix or even a movie release, one of the Cameron movies, really, because it's not. It's a fan film. It's a fan film in the tradition of the Milpitas Monster, or in the tradition of Star Crackers, or something like that, where you have, or in the tradition of Space Cop, where you're spoofing a genre and you're lovingly sort of going about it and putting that together. So they had an Indiegogo campaign to do this movie. I was not involved in that, but having purchased a copy of this movie for the online download, now I'm in their next one. So. But whatever the next one is. So, but Mark's Cards, he was over doing MST3K, the new one. He was doing that. He was adding to their campaign to bring that out. And also some other online movies. So he's doing other things. But hopefully we'll get back together real soon. We're not together. We're not apart. It's just that we haven't. Yeah. I just met with him yesterday, as a matter of fact. But yeah, he's had a lot of work stuff going on. I'm doing a lot of story stuff, trying to redesign the blog pages and things. Which relates to this because it's about a vlogger, put stuff out. The Rickhead. Many fans of the Stone Gremlins were confused as to what the Rickhead was trying to do, but I knew immediately what that was. I was like, okay, they're setting up something. They're doing something. Something with this character. It was funny when he reviewed some of the Marvel movies there, and the DC movies. But yeah, so they are confusing in a sense. I suppose if you're not paying attention to their channel, you wouldn't know who they are. But I do. So I do pay attention to their channel. I don't know who they are. Anyway, it's very clever, very, very well done. Let's see what else. It doesn't take itself too seriously. The scenes where they're trying to be dramatic, it is clearly for a spoof sort of content. They're not trying to sell you on the idea. I mean, the guy's shallow idea of faith either way is kind of goofy anyway. And they were even spoofing the sandwich part with the someone seeing Christ in a sandwich. There was one clever scene in the movie where Santa Christ spoofs the Shroud of Turin. He gets a washcloth. He does his face, and his face appears on the washcloth. That's a clever joke there. I laughed at that. That was cute. Even though the Shroud of Turin is clearly a holy relic from the 13th century. I don't believe it's real. But, so sure, why not? It comes out of a piece of toast and stuff. Yeah, they spoofed that. But yeah, it's funny. They were gonna do. They've done some other shorts as well, and movies. They've done some pretty graphic, twisted movies. Poker with a Heart of Gold, Cheap. Over on the other one, they did the Cinema Snob movie. So yeah, they're a studio. They know what they're doing. They have some money. I like how they use their house their houses that they have for the sets. It's funny. Uh, and I like the part where they were playing basketball and everybody makes a perfect shot each time because they were spoofing the Cameron movies. They were also spoofing The Room in that scene, which was cool. It was also funny to see the Brad Jones review of the Dove Center, giving it no stars recently, and noting that the Dove's reason for this is going to be just a video vlog. I don't think I'm going to make a typed vlog of it. I suppose I could on the other channel, but I've been neglecting the typed one about it just because. I guess, but I make the same points. I make them better in video anyway, and so yeah, the jokes, the spoofy humor is very clever. The other groups were objecting to the jokes. Like there's at one point he mentions he mates with monkeys or something, but he was clearly being incredibly sarcastic. He was clearly like saying something shocking, so that he was clearly, when he says he mates with monkeys, he was clearly being facetious. He was being shocking. He's saying my character is such a jerk that he will say that. Yeah, you might as well screw a monkey. Huh? It's a dumb joke, but it works in the context of the movie because the other guy comes in and says something to the effect that was a dumb joke, and I was like, yeah, okay, vaudeville, yeah. But the rest of it, it wasn't that shocking. So, anyway, so that's it. I suppose some people would be offended that if they were had no sense of humor, Santa Christ and all that. But it's basically a sequel to the Cinema Snob movie. So. And a little bit of the atop the fourth wall sketches and stuff like that. So it's not at all serious. The theme might be a serious vlogger thing, social justice warrior thing, but it's taken to heart as a lighthearted, spoofy thing. I mean, how could they not laugh at the Duggar line? How could they not laugh at that part where she makes fun of Bristol Palin offhandedly about having kids out of wedlock? Sure, yeah, but okay, fine. At least they didn't make fun of the other aspects of the Palin. It's just the kids out of wedlock, or they make fun of they make fun of kind of offhandedly of the Duck Dynasty, except instead of ducks are shooting deer, the guy shoots a bush at one point. There's a bush, it's alive, goofy stuff like that. And the guy playing the devil is the guy that's played the devil on several episodes of Channel Awesome. He's the devil character who pops up during that, which is a nod to not only classic old stuff, but also to the devil character of the that pops up a lot and Santa Christ pops up a few times in there on that other show. It's a nod to, mainly M. Night Shyamalan, but also to not The Simpsons so much. I'm trying to think of this show where he pops up. Yeah, South Park. It's a nod to South Park. So, anyway, these guys are basically what would happen if the South Park kids were adults living as a studio somewhere. They're not saying that, but they're paying homage to it. But yeah, they kind of would be at this point. But yeah, so yeah, it's not that offensive. It's if you're gonna put this on TV, I would put it on TV. I'd put it on Showtime or HBO or maybe even TLC. And really, the dialogue is the worst they say is "damn it" and "frickin'." So I think that would be just cable, Showtime, HBO. TLC probably not. They probably, maybe. So they should put it on TV with commercial. Also, a theatrical release. In limited release, they should air at conventions. There's nothing wrong with doing that. They should do that. Also, yeah, they put it on DVD already, but hey, they did that with Left Behind too. Uh, that's another group, Left Behind. I liked how they implied the rapture was happening as a result of one human on Earth that causes the rapture. That's funny. Would you laugh at that one? Like, this vlogger caused the world to end. It's his fault, damn it. Me, damn it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, and I'm sure it got in trouble a little bit for referencing Nazis because the YouTube is freaking out over anyone referencing that, even if it's like as in a historical context. They're freaking out about it. It's like they're freaking out at like, oh, you mentioned that word. Okay, they're getting a little too much like thought police here. It's like if you reference it as a historical reference, that's not hate speech. That's a historical reference. You're saying this guy. If you say this person is one, it's kind of iffy. But if you say the Nazis were bad, well, that's not hate speech. Yeah, they were. So they shouldn't be freaked out. Anyway, so it's my long diatribe review thingy, like, of Jesus Bro, which probably would get. It's not even TVMA really. I would say Y17. If that. I think you could have high schoolers watch this. Do anything to them. They probably wouldn't be interested, but you know. So I'm not going to show them to the grammar school class stuff. I'm not going to do that. That would be a little pushing it a little bit. I wouldn't do that. We're not going to show this at Kids Club. No, we're not going to advise that. But if this was shown in like a context of a film school, high school class, it'd be fine. So it's fine. Clips from it and stuff. Say this is how humor works and fan films and things. Because they are clever and witty, and it is a tight, well done script. It is a well directed. Thankfully, they didn't get Brad Jones or Doug Walker to actually direct it, because that would have been a little strange and probably wouldn't have worked. They got somebody else to do it, one of their friends to do it. So he actually knew what he was doing, competent director, and almost better than a lot of Hollywood pictures. That was probably what the Pur Flix people's problem was. It was better directed than their movies. That's pretty sad. So, oh yeah. So, because my blog's more important now. No, anyways, so yeah, go see the go watch Jesus Bro. I guess you gotta buy it on Vimeo.com or go get it on DVD or download it. Download it. It's probably easier. Because if you really, really want it desperately, then put it on DVD and transfer it. But yeah, so so hey, yeah, it's fun. It's fine. It's really not bad at all. They're freaking out for no reason. It's clearly a spoofy comedy. It actually, actually redeems itself. So, so yeah, and it kind of has a similar ending gag to Dogma, the Kevin Smith movie, very much an homage to Kevin Smith in some ways. And they didn't freak out about that. They were going to when they were going to protest, but they didn't. Ended up not protesting. So not really, except for Kevin Smith himself going to the premiere and protesting. But yeah, it's fine. It's even actually funny if you have a sense of humor. So go see it. Yeah. It's well done. Well done fan film. Yeah, you can't rate it as a film. If you put this in theaters, it would be a little odd, unless it was a special screening and you weren't charging for it. Berserker. Yeah. They're not Kevin Smith either. He's from Jersey. So not Jersey, Jersey. Jersey. Him and Jay Muse. Jersey. Red Bank, fake Leonardo is not that far from where one of my sisters lives. And if I go to Jersey, I'm gonna go and visit Red Bank. Say, guess where I am? And the Yellow Beast is there, but not far from there either, where the Sopranos place was. But yeah, I'm not going to visit the LA Beast. He doesn't know me. Also, if I went to the other place, I wouldn't find them because Kevin Smith and Jay Muse and them are here on the West Coast. They're in Los Angeles. So, not here. This isn't Los Angeles. This is San Jose area. Anyway, so, yeah, everybody's spread out all over the place. This hat is confusing you all because it says Minnesota. It says Oregon. Yeah. Multnomah Falls, Oregon. Unfortunately, when I went there, like the death of autumn, it was almost winter and it was freezing. It's like, oh, let's go up on the bridge. It's like it's freezing up there. So I didn't go on the bridge. Anyway, so yeah, that's it then. Yeah. Jesus, bro. I wouldn't recommend airing this at the church, though. I don't think they would appreciate it. Yeah, funny. Only if you showed the clips from it. They probably wouldn't appreciate it.